January 21st, 2025, a trooper spotted a white Cadillac with Georgia tag. Forest Park police had previously attempted to stop this vehicle, but the driver fled days earlier. After running the tag through GCIC, it was confirmed that the vehicle's registration had been suspended since November 7, 2024. When the trooper attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the driver had no intention of pulling over and instead took off northbound on Highway 85, sparking a pursuit.
We get about 6
We're approaching Airport South Parkway. Clayton 93 radio. I'm trying to attempt the 72. We're passing Lee's Mill on Highway 85 on Georgia tag, Charlie uniform.
7406.
Whiskey 7406, clear golden color Cadillac. Charlie uniform whiskey 7406.
Hop out of it. Traffic bubble.
Clear 2011 Cadillac, white color, suspended registration, no valid.
The suspect slowed down, making it seem like he was about to pull over. But just as the troopers prepared to approach, he hit the gas once again, sending a clear message that he had no plans of stopping on his own.
Took off.
I got one taking off on me. We're gonna be flag down GSP. Plate 93, we still on Lee's Mill and Highway to... Damn!
I got you.
Okay, y'all get off the radio. We're gonna be Lee's Mill approaching Forest Parkway. Speeds are about 50 miles.
Are you in pursuit?
That's affirmative. We're on Forest Parkway approaching 75.
Even though the suspect wasn't driving fast, the conditions made this chase especially dangerous. With so many cars on the road, navigating through traffic became a real challenge for the trooper, adding another layer of risk to the pursuit.
Hey, to the unit that's coming behind me, take over traffic. Eastbound Augusta Greenville, getting on to 285 right now, radio.
These are 6 miles. What's up, man?
285 East.
285 East, speed, right?
Traffic.
Traffic light. Pit.
Finally, once the road cleared, the trooper executed a perfect pit maneuver, successfully bringing the suspect to a stop. Troopers quickly exited their patrol cars, moved in, and took the suspect into custody without further incident.
I didn't do that. Put your hands behind your back. Go ahead, put your hand behind your back. I got you.
I didn't do nothing.
You got your cuff.
I didn't do nothing, sir.
There you go.
I didn't do nothing.
Let me get your right hand.
What did I do?
Get your right hand. There you go.
What did I do, sir? What did I do? I'm sorry. All right, please, sir. Tell me what I did. Tell me what I did, sir.
We're going to get to you in a second, okay?
Mr. Atkins admitted to consuming several alcoholic beverages before getting behind the wheel. As a result, GSP charged him with DUI less safe, along with additional charges. Due to his complaints, he was taken to Southern Regional Hospital, where medical staff confirmed he had cocaine in his system at the time of the incident. After being discharged, he was transported to Clayton County Jail for booking.
Put your hand this way. Put it this way. Put it this way. Yep.
11th, 2023, just after 3 a.m., a trooper spotted two cars turning Atlanta's I-20 into a racetrack. So a Dodge Charger and a Tesla Model 3 weaving through traffic at over 140 miles per hour. They weren't just speeding. They were side by side, slowing down, then launching forward again like they were on a drag strip. Then came the radar reading, 167 miles per hour. And just like that, the chase was on.
795 Atlanta 1080 with a gray Tesla, RYE 7101, RYE 7101. Might be going connector northbound.
I'll follow it. Staying north southbound.
We all know Teslas are some of the fastest SUVs on the road, but all of that means nothing when a Georgia State Trooper is behind you.
Get out! Get on the ground! Out of the car! Stay right there, don't move! Do not move, do you understand?
The driver, identified as Joseph Smith, was pulled from the vehicle and arrested at gunpoint. The smell of alcohol was undeniable. Smith agreed to a blood test and was taken to Grady Hospital for medical clearance, where concerns of spinal injury delayed immediate booking. Warrants were later filed, and by the time he was released from the hospital, the charges were already waiting. A street race turned police pursuit, and for Joseph Smith it ended with wrecked metal, flashing lights, and a long road ahead. 2021, just before sunrise, a Georgia State Trooper cruising westbound on I-20 was passed like he was standing still by a blue Camaro flying down the left lane at over 100 miles per hour. What started as a routine patrol turned into a high-speed pursuit of a reckless driver in a stolen car, and this suspect had no intention of giving up quietly.
Getting off 26. Clear.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! I'm gonna shoot you!
Just as the trooper closed the distance, he didn't hesitate, slamming straight into the fleeing vehicle at high speed. The suspect bailed out and tried to run, but troopers were already on him, and there was nowhere left to go.
Show me your hands! Lay on the ground now! Get on the ground! Put your hands on your back!
Clear on 1 at a time.
What's wrong? You know what's wrong? I was walking with that lady. What's wrong? No, you wasn't. I was. No, you wasn't. Stand up. Come on. What is wrong with y'all? Come on, man. That area in case you dropped up. I'm doing all this for no reason. What's wrong with y'all? I don't have nothing on me.
Nearby, Villa Rica officers took him into custody. The Camaro was later confirmed to be stolen from a dealership. Now facing a list of charges and a totaled car, Wyatt's early morning joyride came with a serious reality. In this video, you're about to see how things can go from good to downright terrible, all thanks to one suspect from Georgia. On March 3, 2021, he was pulled over by Georgia state troopers, but instead of cooperating, he hit the gas and took off, kicking off a wild pursuit. From the moment the chase began, the suspect was driving recklessly, swerving through traffic and pushing high speeds. And just minutes in, it all came to a crashing halt, literally, with a major wreck that could have ended much worse.
1050. Got one overturned, Atlanta. Bad wreck, interstate shut down. Keep your hands where I can see them. Keep your hands where I can see them. Get on the ground. Oh, stop. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. On the ground. Yeah.
The suspect was taken into custody after the crash, and medical assistance was requested for him and others involved. After the situation calmed down, a check revealed he was wanted on multiple warrants, including for failure to appear, parole violations, and forgery. The DeKalb County Sheriff's Office placed a hold on him. After being cleared by medical staff, the offender was transported to Clayton County Jail, where he would face the consequences of his actions. 11th, 2022, Little Rock police were in pursuit of a stolen vehicle. After struggling to stop the suspect, they called in backup, and Arkansas's State Trooper Tyler answered the call. Trooper Tyler quickly caught up with the fleeing vehicle and took over as the primary unit.
21 Lyric on color. Our street just passed. Our street South Calvin over. Traffic light, speed 70 miles an hour. So 49. Stand by. With it. South Mountain, Captain Wood. Check.
Occupied 2 times 2 white males, Arkansas 14-9.
South Mountain Rock Street, Patterson South Sandbar, speed say 80 miles an hour.
After Trooper Tyler took over the chase, he didn't waste any time. Within moments, he lined up and went for his first pit attempt.
Cornfield, 10 from South Mountain North. Traffic is light, speed 60.
face away from me! Stand back to my boys!
After the suspect was sent into a pole, Trooper William Cash made sure the chase was over, slamming his cruiser straight into the vehicle to block any chance of escape. The suspect exited the car and was arrested on the spot without further incident. No additional details have been released, but one thing's clear: he learned the hard way why you don't run from Arkansas State Troopers. 4. North Little Rock police were in pursuit of a red Dodge Ram linked to a theft investigation. The suspect was heading northbound on US 67, and Arkansas State Police were called in to assist. That's when Trooper Ledden positioned himself just before the Redmond Road exit, ready to take over. Trooper took over and wasted no time attempted a pit, but instead of giving up, the suspect got even more reckless, tearing through a construction zone at high speed. That was a clear sign. He was willing to do whatever it took to escape. Officers had to physically pull him through the window to make the arrest. A baggie of suspected meth was recovered nearby, and a civilian involved in the crash was taken to the hospital. The chase was over, but the charges were just escaping from Arkansas State Troopers is nearly impossible. But on July 17, 2023, a Tahoe driver decided to put that to the test, all because he didn't want to pay a ticket. Not the wisest decision, but let's see how this pursuit unfolds and how it ultimately ends for him.
SSD 22 got primary.
Check, I understand.
Call it. Tell them I'm primary.
You say 40 east.
Tell them speed's 120 or 104. Medium traffic. You on that ACS 67X. Tell them. Hold on. Stay back here. Stay back here.
The trooper wasted no time and executed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect vehicle to rotate clockwise and strike the outside concrete wall. The vehicle then bounced off and slammed into the center divider, coming to a stop. The driver, identified as Thomas Bradley, was arrested without further incident. A check on the vehicle revealed expired tags, and Bradley's driver's license was suspended. The vehicle was inventoried and towed for safekeeping. Bradley now faces several charges: owner failure to register vehicle, driving on suspended license, speeding more than 15 miles per hour over the limit, reckless driving, first, and felony fleeing. On Tuesday, February 21st, 2023, a trooper assisted Conway Police Department in a pursuit of a black Dodge Charger, which was fleeing eastbound on Interstate 40. Check out how it all went down.
Secondary.
It's going to be secondary, 40 east, 140, 152. 40 east, 152. East 90, we're on the left shoulder now. 390 left shoulder.
The suspect was recklessly passing every vehicle in his path, making a pit maneuver impossible due to the heavy traffic. However, when the suspect took an exit, troopers seized the opportunity to press him.
Approaching JFK, speeds 112. Approaching JFK, speed 112. We're going to be taking JFK. Taking JFK.
After the pit maneuver, the suspect, identified as Corey Simmons, fled northbound on foot. Following a brief chase, troopers caught up to him. During the arrest, Simmons resisted and refused to comply with lawful commands. To gain control, a trooper delivered a single closed fist strike. This prompted Simmons to place his hands behind his back, and he was taken into custody without further incident. EMS was called to assess Simmons for injuries. After being medically cleared, he was transported to Faulkner County by Conway police officers. In a broad daylight, what should have been a normal afternoon spiraled into chaos when Florida Highway Patrol got word of a stolen Volkswagen Jetta. Troopers moved fast, and it didn't take long before one of them spotted the car. But when the lights came on, the suspect had no intention of pulling over.
Roselle, getting back on I-10, eastbound. Last 10 for Jackson. It's going to be for the 28th of November, Victor Alpha, Victor 46. It's going to be on a Volkswagen Jetta. It's going to be 95 north, I'm sorry, 95 southbound. 95 southbound coming up to San Marco. Original violation was to pull him over for improper lane change. Got off in the Stockton exit on eastbound, so westbound. Started running red lights, jacks. 131. His traffic is moderate. Speed is 95.
As the stolen Jetta hit the highway, the chase turned into a high-speed game of survival. The suspect swerved across lanes, pushing well over the limit, nearly clipping cars as he weaved through traffic. Every time the trooper closed in, the driver panicked. With traffic heavy and innocent drivers caught in the middle, troopers had to time their move carefully if they ever got an opportunity.
Passing Atlantic. Roger, Jack. Still moderate traffic. 95 Jackson, trying to weave in and out of lanes, still trying to evade me. Southbound 95 coming into Emerson.
Jackson 901.
The suspect's driving only got wilder, cutting across lanes, squeezing between cars, even bouncing off the shoulder like he thought he was starring in some Hollywood chase scene. But this wasn't a movie. Every sharp swerve, every reckless move was just writing his own ending. And there was no way it would play out any other way than the crash waiting ahead.
Still southbound 95 Jacks. Traffic is still moderate. Passing Emerson. Jackson just hit the sign. He just Singapore. Just Singapore. Get out of the vehicle! Put your hands up! Close your eyes! Close your eyes! You get flash in your face! Hey, come over here!
After the crash, the suspect was trapped inside the wrecked Jetta. Troopers smashed the window, pulled him out, and placed him under arrest without further incident. The stolen car was left completely destroyed, a mangled reminder of the chaos he caused. One thing is certain, this suspect won't be behind the wheel anytime soon. On June 10th, 2024, while patrolling the area of Highway 253 and Old Highway 271, Trooper observed a gray Kia passenger car passing vehicles on a double yellow line and driving recklessly. The Trooper activated blue lights and siren in an attempt to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver of the Kia began to flee south on Highway 253. The pursuit continued for several miles as the suspect vehicle recklessly evaded capture, maintaining a dangerous speed and maneuvering through traffic.
Still Kia, Louisiana Tech 329, David Queen, Charles. Enemy going south on
The trooper maintained a safe distance behind the suspect vehicle, carefully monitoring the situation. Once the opportunity presented itself and traffic began to clear, he initiated a TVI maneuver to bring the reckless pursuit to a halt.
Stop. Leave it right there.
And after performing the TVI, the suspect vehicle attempted to regain control. However, the trooper continued to apply pressure, ultimately forcing the vehicle off the roadway. Once the suspect vehicle came to a stop, troopers maintained lethal cover on it and successfully placed the driver, identified as Hargett, and the passenger, identified as Wilson, into custody. Following the arrest, the troopers conducted a search of the vehicle where they discovered a plastic container containing suspected methamphetamine, as well as several used syringes with suspected methamphetamine residue. An Arkansas state trooper spotted a vehicle with no license plate pulling into a gas station. But the moment the trooper pulled in behind with lights and sirens, the driver made his choice, hitting the gas and fleeing before the trooper could even step out of his cruiser.
They're okay. Right now we just moved over to the right lane. I'm sorry, I'm actually eastbound heading toward Rose City. Passing Palm Street, light traffic. Speed are 92. Turn lane, coming up on Dixie. Turning north on Dixie Street. Slowing down. But we're still going northbound on Dixie right now. Speeds are at 29, no traffic. When I pulled into the parking lot, saw me a black male driver. Still northbound over the tracks, heading into the Dixie area.
Alright, 33, I'm here with you. We're turning southbound onto Power Line, crossing the train track, 36 miles an hour, no traffic.
The suspect pushed the limits, swerving wildly and barely keeping control. He briefly hit the highway, but the escape didn't last. He dove off at the next exit. That's when the chaos exploded, tearing through neighborhood streets at over 100 miles per hour, turning quiet roads into a danger zone.
Passing Magnolia. We're passing one car, but they're yielding 67 miles an hour. Very good, Sunday on State Police. North on Ridge, 15 miles an hour, no traffic. We're coming up to F. We're going to be east on F. No traffic, car or pedestrian, 25 miles an hour.
West on F.
We're trying to get out Dave, we're still westbound on it. We're coming up to camp. He wrecked out. Block him if you can. And 15 miles an hour. We're trying to get up there on state.
Even after losing control, the suspect somehow recovered and kept running. Call it luck if you want. But moments later, it happened again. And once more, against all odds, he managed to pull it back together and keep fleeing.
Eastbound 38. And he wrecked out again. 36 more.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hey.
Good boy. Still north. That's some 44. Excellent. Let me buy you.
Go around, try to block him in, but he's gonna try to take off.
Eastbound. West on F, sorry. 26 miles an hour, no traffic. North on Orange, 18 miles an hour.
It was mind-blowing what the suspect managed to pull off and still keep running. But his luck was running out. Troopers were closing in, his car was giving up, and soon he had nowhere left to escape.
South on Maple, 16 miles an hour. One car on our way to Big Healing. Hey, you're not involved in 33 units. Get flag set up. Last name I report over. Go ahead, make them in there.
If somebody can get up there. Hey, I'm taking on your right, taking on your left, taking on your left.
Hey, get the out of the car! Now! or you will be shot. I got you.
Get down, down.
Get out.
Stop right there. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Seeing officers surrounding him with guns drawn and a K-9 unit ready to go, the suspect decided against running on foot. It was probably the smartest choice he made all day. He was taken into custody without further incident, and it's safe to say he won't be behind the wheel again anytime soon. A Georgia state trooper running radar on Pennsylvania Avenue clocked a gold Chevrolet Malibu blasting through a 35-mile-per-hour zone at more than 60 miles per hour. When the trooper pulled out and lit up the blue lights, the driver refused to stop. Instead, he ducked into an apartment complex, braking as if he might surrender. Then he cut through the lot and punched the gas, and the pursuit was on. Sergeant Riddle joined as backup, and the suspect led troopers on a wild ride through neighborhood streets, running multiple stop signs, going airborne over an intersection, nearly colliding head-on with another motorist, and pushing speeds over 90 miles per hour. The car spun out, slammed into a guardrail, and rolled several times before coming to rest upside down, and immediately burst into flames. Responding troopers rushed in, dousing the fire and pulling the suspect out alive. He was identified as Rashamel Howard, a convicted felon out of Georgia. Inside the wreckage, troopers recovered a Springfield XP5 handgun. Howard smelled strongly of alcohol, his eyes bloodshot and watery, his speech slurred. He admitted his mother had warned him not to drive her car after drinking, but still refused a state blood test. He also had no valid license on him, and his criminal history showed multiple felony convictions, including burglary. After refusing medical treatment both at the scene and at the hospital, Howard was booked into the Chatham County Jail. His charges included felony fleeing and attempting to elude, driving under the influence, reckless driving, multiple traffic violations, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. On the night of May 21st, 2021, a Georgia license plate flagged as hijacked LED officers to a high-speed pursuit in Fulton County. The vehicle, a black Dodge Charger, had been reported stolen from the Atlanta Police Department. After spotting the vehicle on Boyd Street, officers attempted to stop it, but the driver accelerated rapidly, fleeing at high speeds. The suspect drove recklessly, nearly colliding with a turning vehicle and weaving through traffic. The driver continued to evade officers, running red lights and driving on the wrong side of the roads.
Correction, you made it southbound turn to West Highland Drive. So it's this neighborhood over here, you're driving westbound, southbound on West Highland Drive. Alright, just right now, two drives on West Highland Drive. Driver is running eastbound 170.
The suspect's vehicle crashed, and both occupants quickly bailed out and fled on foot. With no hesitation, the trooper focused on pursuing the driver.
Boulevard, Sample Lane, eastbound Sample Lane, up at the Wall Street.
After a short foot pursuit, the driver discarded a handgun while fleeing over a fence. A K-9 unit quickly apprehended both suspects after a brief manhunt. The driver, Mario Daniel, was found to have active warrants for multiple charges, including armed robbery, aggravated assault, home invasion, and hijacking a motor vehicle. The passenger, Maciel Hicks, was also taken into custody. The stolen vehicle and firearm were turned over to Atlanta police. November 16, 2022, Mamel police were dispatched for a welfare check, but when they arrived, the suicide subject fled, leading officers on a slow-speed pursuit along Arkansas highways. State police were called in to assist, with Trooper Escamilla taking the lead in the chase.
Get out of the way!
Hold on.
We are getting Rockington going west. Getting on that. Thank you.
The suspect was driving unusually slow, and it wasn't clear why he was even running. It might be the first time we've seen Arkansas state troopers hold back on a pit, especially with the suspect going that slow.
Go, go, go! Go!
23 is with them, way in the back there. Good.
Coming up on 107 in Brockington.
When the suspect stopped at a red light, Trooper Escamilla wasn't taking any chances. She made sure he wasn't going anywhere this time. The driver was taken out of the vehicle and arrested, bringing this low-speed pursuit to an end. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about Trooper Escamilla so far? 2023 in Miami-Dade County, Florida. A quiet afternoon turns chaotic when Homestead Police and Miami-Dade PD call for backup. They're chasing a stolen U-Haul van, linked not only to a series of thefts, but also to an assault on a police officer in Broward County. As the van races northbound on Florida's turnpike, speeds climbing fast, Florida Highway Patrol units are called in to bring this chase to an end.
Because he was on what, the center lane? Yep, 836 northbound. I'm going to call it.
As the pursuit continued, the suspect drove with extreme recklessness, swerving from one side of the highway to the other at dangerously high speeds. What made things even tougher for the troopers was the heavy traffic. With so many cars on the road, setting up a safe pit maneuver was nearly impossible.
We're passing 41st, passing 41st. Still at 94.
Very much?
Yeah, that's right. 23 passing 74, passing 74th Street. On the rim.
As the pursuit approached a construction zone, the suspects were forced to slow down, weaving through vehicles packed tightly on the road. The troopers saw their chance. The moment the traffic cleared, they moved in fast, knowing an opportunity like this wouldn't come again. Officers swarm in, pulling multiple suspects from the van, all taken into custody without further incident. The stolen vehicle, the assaults, the thefts, it all ends here. The suspects are handed over to the Homestead Police Department, the same agency whose officer they injured earlier that day. Another wild pursuit across Miami-Dade, another example of quick coordination between agencies, and another reminder that when you run in Florida, the Highway Patrol will catch up fast. 2025, an Arkansas state trooper traveling westbound on Interstate 40 near the 145-mile marker spotted a black Harley-Davidson motorcycle bearing Texas plates weaving dangerously through slowed traffic. The rider, later identified as David Elisha Acosta, was wearing an orange shirt and splitting lanes, at one point coming dangerously close to striking the trooper's patrol unit. When emergency lights were activated, Acosta chose not to stop. He accelerated hard, blasting past vehicles on the shoulder at over 110 miles per hour. pursuit tore westbound with Trooper Landry joining near the 142-mile marker. Acosta's reckless riding included passing on the shoulder, weaving at triple-digit speeds, and ignoring every traffic law in his path. The trooper managed to close the distance, but with the motorcycle topping 100 miles per hour, a pit maneuver wasn't an option. Any contact at that speed would have been deadly for the rider.
I'll just hold him down here.
Coming up to the 130.
After the Mayflower overpass, he made a sudden, brazen move, stopping briefly, then riding the wrong way up an entrance ramp before heading southbound on State Highway 89. He blew past double yellow lines, cut through blind curves, and nearly hit other motorists before turning onto Peppers Pond Road.
Maybe you turn into this game of fish late on the gravel road. Stay to the left of these ponds.
Acosta crashed the motorcycle and bolted into the woods on foot. Despite drones, K9 units, and officers combing the area, the only thing recovered at first was his helmet, until a report came in of a muddy, shirtless man walking along Highway 89. Game wardens spotted and detained the man, who was confirmed as the fleeing suspect. Near the crash site, Trooper Landry recovered a black Ruger 9mm handgun. Acosta later admitted to lane splitting, but was also found to have no motorcycle endorsement, no license, expired Texas registration, and no insurance. He now faces a stack of charges, including fleeing, reckless driving, and multiple licensing violations. 22nd, 2022, while stationary on Interstate 20 westbound near Interstate 75 in Atlanta, a trooper observed a black motorcycle weaving through traffic without signaling and speeding well above the 55-mile-per-hour limit. Radar confirmed the bike was going 110 miles per hour. The trooper activated lights and sirens to conduct a traffic stop, but the rider looked back and immediately accelerated to flee.
Just past right.
That's clear left. Clear.
The trooper briefly lost sight of the motorcyclist, but with help from radio updates, managed to reposition himself ahead of the suspect's path.
Yep, 711 down the street.
Get on the ground! On the ground! Put your hands behind your back!
Looks like they're getting a 1095 right now.
Troopers were able to take the driver, identified as Derek Birch, into custody. Corporal Ennis responded to the scene to handle the crash investigation. Mr. Birch was transported to the Atlanta Pretrial Detention Center, where he was released to detention staff without further incident. On Saturday, August 6, 2022, the Dawson County Sheriff's Office issued a "Be on the lookout" for a silver Ford Focus with a missing front bumper and a paper tag. 4 females were inside, and they had just shoplifted from the outlet stores. A crime reduction unit deputy later spotted a Ford Fusion, also driving erratically with a paper tag, and 4 female occupants.
If you'll let know Dawson, have them stop. We're southbound just before 13, occupied times 4.
After trailing the vehicle, the deputy initiated a stop, acting on reports of reckless driving and a bolo from Dawson County. The car pulled over, but instead of complying, the driver took off, fleeing the scene.
Off on me on southbound. Native pit.
The trooper was not happy when the woman fled the stop. As soon as he caught up with her, he executed a pit maneuver, bringing the chase to an end. He quickly exited the patrol car and arrested her on the spot.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
They're reaching on the pool car.
Hit, starting some more units. They're compliant right now. Yeah, I got them. Driver! Step out! Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up! Face away from me and walk backwards to me. Walk backwards. Back to me. Back.
The occupants of the vehicle followed deputies' orders and were taken into custody. They were identified as 27-year-old Brinaldia Stevens, 20-year-old Deshauna Hurd, 21-year-old Jasmine Canny, and 23-year-old Marquita Thomas. A search of Thomas's purse uncovered $700 in counterfeit bills. Deputies also discovered that Canny had a warrant for hijacking a motor vehicle out of Gwinnett County. Canny and Hurd were taken into Dawson County custody, while Stevens and Thomas were booked into Forsyth County Jail. Brinaldia Stevens faces charges of reckless driving, fleeing or attempting to elude, and possession of marijuana. With a bond set at $8,915, Marquita Thomas is charged with forgery second degree, with a bond of $4,420. On March 5, 2024, Little Rock police attempted to stop a stolen white Nissan Altima. The vehicle briefly pulled over, then suddenly took off, kicking off a dangerous high-speed pursuit through the city.
19th Street. We occupied by a black male with a white beard. Southbound Pulaski at 23rd. Speeds are 60, no traffic. Eastbound Roosevelt, gonna be moderate traffic. Speeds right now are 30. Passing Chester on Roosevelt, speeds are 65, no traffic. Roosevelt
Roosevelt, passing arch. Speeds are 70. Moderate traffic. It's going to be occupied one time. Black male, bald head, white beard.
Street at Roosevelt.
Passing Main on Roosevelt. He's on the wrong side of the road. Stand by.
As the suspect's driving became more reckless, Little Rock police called for backup. Trooper Bird was en route, but before he could arrive, one officer managed to catch up with the fleeing Altima just as it entered the highway.
Yeah, get this trooper up here as soon as we can. We're getting on 440. If he's in this Nissan Coupe, he's probably going to end up burning us when he gets on straightaway.
15, white traffic, they're yielding. One of the outside lane might be taking a exit here. 1022 back to the inside lane. 111 miles an hour. Medium traffic. Passing Bankhead, still eastbound, Interstate 440. Medium traffic, speed miles an hour. They should be paying speed. A little bit heavier traffic, speeds are 93 miles an hour. Still eastbound, Interstate 440.
Taking push down pike.
Looks like we're going to be going east on First Dam back towards the city. East 440 eastbound, get back on the ramp.
The suspect blew through a red light, narrowly avoiding a crash, just seconds before the legend himself, Trooper Bird, took over the pursuit as the primary unit.
Trooper's trying to get around to Stephen. Let him take it.
Yeah, all right, I'm number 2 now, Central. Get ready. TVI. Go.
Wow, that escalated fast. Let's switch angles and see how it all unfolded from the trooper's point of view. Trooper Bird sent the suspect straight into the ditch, disabling the vehicle. Seconds later, troopers and Little Rock officers swarmed in, taking the driver into custody without further incident.
Get out the car! Show me your hands! Get your ass on the ground! On the ground! I got him.
Taking him in the cuff.
Car's clear. Cuff him. Get you on your face. Get your hand out from underneath you. Really smart, was it, buddy? 10-15-1.
LRPD took custody of the suspect and filed multiple charges, including felony fleeing, theft of property between $5,000 and $25,000, and having an open container of alcohol inside the vehicle.